What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout. And as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, the original hot boy himself, Turk. What up, though?
Whoa, what it do, man? You already know what it is in here, and we about to have a good one today, man. Y'all stay tuned.
Man, we got a friend and family member to the show stepping off in the building. NoxBond, what up, though?
Man, what's good, my guy? You know, blessed and highly favored. Just blessed to be here.
Nah, I mean, the last time we had the chance to chop it up, Nox, you came through here with the HHF crew, man. I mean, what have we been working on since then, bro?
Everything, man, everything. You know, it's just really about building the brand.
Yeah.
And letting people know my story.
Yeah.
And so since then, you know, I got a single with the one and only Hot Boy Turk.
Facts. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? We got a music video for it called Away From Me.
Away.
Yeah.
And it drops on the 11th,
Keep that
right?
sucker shit away from me.
Oh.
Hey, said grinding on my own. This is just another day for me.
Keep that sucker shit away from me.
Yeah. I gotta hear it. You know what I'm saying?
We shot the video to that thing too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
shooting that video, man, was a great experience, man. The man rented out the whole club. You know what I'm saying? And did it big. Like when he got at my assistant, I didn't think, you know, cause they always be coming in and I'll be like, man, it's probably just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But when I pulled up, man, you really impressed me, man. It just shows, you know, how serious you is about your brand and about your career. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on. For the people that don't know, how long have you been doing what you've been doing, you know, in this industry? Because a lot of people don't know you've been doing it for a minute, right?
A long time, man. Like, so I started rapping when I was like 14 years old, right?
Okay.
But I started recording in studios when I was about 18 years old.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this for like 30 years, right? And like my first major move in the industry was back in 2008. I was on Paul Wall's mixtape.
Okay.
I'm Throwed. I was track number 5 on I'm Throwed with the song called Destiny Script.
Okay, then.
A few years after that, I had a song that was co-written by Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
And that got picked up by BDS. They did a radio competition. They did a nationwide competition, and it won first out of 100 tracks. I got signed to a deal called Got Money Records.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to give me $2 million, a yacht, like all types of stuff. It ended up falling through.
Okay.
Like so that never went through, right?
Yeah.
Then I won a contest in Chicago with D Gaines, who's Chief Keef and Lil Durk's music video director.
Okay.
So I went up to Chicago to shoot a music video because I won a contest for a song that I did called Go, and I got locked up for 14 months
Okay.
in Cook County.
Yeah.
Because they caught me with a pistol and a bulletproof vest, and they accused me of being an out-of-town hitman.
Wow, boy.
Damn.
Yeah.
So being locked up in Cook County, man, I heard about Cook County, man. That's a hell of an experience. Like, how was it, you know, being locked up and, you know, starting your career and have it at a halt at that time?
Everything was so surreal, bro, right? Like, because it was, everything had crashed. Everything was going so good in my music career, and at the same time, everything was going so bad in my personal life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I had a friend who would put me on so I could sell a little bit and make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
He died right after I paid him off, which left me flat. So I was back at zero, like I had never met him, right?
Yeah.
And then I lived in an apartment, and then my neighbors called the cops on me because I smelled like weed, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, you so smell like a pound right now. If y'all gonna smell them, you'll probably fail the drug test. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta ask you this though, Nox. How the hell did you link up with Paul Wall?
Oh man, that was through DJ A Million.
Okay.
So you know, I've always had Next Level. I've had Next Level DJ Coalition since 2008.
Okay.
And so I've always understood the strength and the value of people like yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of DJs.
Yeah.
But you know, people put the name DJ on it, but it's, you know, DJs run the industry. It's,
Yeah.
you're talking about the people who have the podcast,
The tastemakers.
and the tastemakers,
Facts.
the people who own the foundation and the infrastructure in the industry. So I just learned that early, and like these are the guys that I want on my side.
That's right.
And so I started working with them, and back in 2008 I was on 50 mixtapes. So I mean, I've been I got 1 million views on World Star, and I like it's like if you gave me a playbook and you was like, this is everything I saw somebody do. I was like, oh, okay, that's what I have to do, right?
Yeah.
I saw from G's to Gents, and I saw where Riff Raff went to the BET Awards, and that's what did it for him. So I went to the BET Awards.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was cool. I met some people. I met Deborah Lee. I met her son Spicoli. Rest in peace to him. I met Designer. I met a bunch of people in the industry, but it didn't. I came back home and had to go back to my job at a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being able to make money and pay my bills and feed my family.
Yeah.
So and it was like everything. At one point in time, it was like South by Southwest. So that's the thing. Everybody goes to South by Southwest. So back in 2018, I headlined South by Southwest Scumbag Season.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, they did a contest where they wanted to see who had the most fan appreciation and the most traction, and I won that.
Yeah.
So I went down there and I was the main headliner at Scumbag Season. Shout out Pow TV. Shout out Birch.
Yeah.
Didn't make me famous. And I had planned that one, man. Like I had contacted like 200 people down in Austin, put together a fan club, printed up shirts. We had planned a meet and greet before the event.
Yeah.
None of them showed up.
So what you think is like the whole up
God
for
damn,
people who
Nox.
be because you invest in yourself a lot, and I'm a living witness of it. You know what I'm saying? When you don't get the results or the return on your investment as an artist who have been doing it for years, me myself, I'm an underdog. I've been doing it for years. I still feel like I haven't reached that pinnacle of success or where I should be, but other people can see it. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's just something that you feel like you haven't did? The reality of the situation is you just not getting where you need to go.
I think it's way more complicated than that, right? So as I proceed independently through the music industry, I do things by necessity, right? Like I started my radio syndication network off necessity because I need to be on the radio and I can't pay nobody to do it.
Exactly.
So I got to be the owner of the whole syndication network that chooses the music that goes on all the radio stations, right? So everything I do in my life is the same way. It's I need something done. I figure out a way to do it. But I'm all about. Nipsey Hussle taught me the word sustainability.
Yeah.
Right. So he said if you do anything, build an in-house studio and record music in-house so that you don't have to keep paying for it because sustainability is key.
Exactly.
Right. So that really set home, and he told me that personally on a recorded phone call that other people heard. Right.
Yeah.
So it's history. Right.
Yeah.
So as I make these moves and I fail, I succeed.
Facts.
Right? So it's like
forward.
It's so confusing because in my perspective, I'm total failure, man.
Yeah.
Everything I did, I never got that call from a major label. I never got that $2 million check. I never had any major label artist hit me up and be like, wow, you're the shit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm an independent artist who literally has millions of views on every platform. And I'm really a celebrity, no matter what anybody says, because like even if you go look at like each event, I can point to one event, the YouTube Reactor beef, right?
Yeah.
Where I really sent a blackhand letter to Knox Hill with 1.2 million subscribers and made him review my music because I told him I would come after his ass if he didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he read it to his 1.2 million subscribers, and that video got 100,000 views. And then another video dropped about that video and it got 100,000 views. But it's different when it's real, when it's organic, because that came with 20,000 comments.
Facts.
Exactly.
So as I'm sitting here and I'm reading through these comments, right, I'm gonna make a book. I'm gonna make a coffee table book.
That's right.
With probably the 2,000 positive comments
Facts.
that are all high praise, high praise. Like we have never heard a rapper like this. This is insane. This is Noxie just buried you. I can't be a Knox Hill fan no more.
Yeah.
And on and on and on. I siphoned a lot of their fan base by that whole situation, and they call me the YouTube Reactor Destroyer, and I destroyed the Avengers. There was a group of 4 reactors, and they're all, million subscribers, 300,000 subscribers, and they're no longer. So and that's because I dissed each one of them.
Yeah.
But they provoked it. I'm gonna do a video on YouTube and explain, the whole situation. But so in answer to your question, right? It's really hard to look at myself as a failure, knowing that millions of people know who I am, that I'm on radio all over, and it's all organic. I don't pay no type of bots or ads or nothing. It's all 100% real organic traction.
Answer me this though, Nox. What is it that you want then?
I want to be acknowledged that I'm one of the most elite artists to ever grace the microphone.
Okay.
Because of my lyrics and my punchlines and my metaphors and my similes. I am doing the same thing as any artist you can put in front of me. I can out-rap damn near any artist. You put a rapper in front of me and I eat his ass up like it's motherfucking lunchtime.
So do you think that other people feel that way? And far as the industry goes, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel that it's a lot of politics? It ain't about the artist's talent?
So as I learned the career and I learned the industry and the ins and outs, I learned that it's not about that at all.
At all.
And that let's just be real, right? There are things that are more important than music. There are agendas that are going on right now. There are activists that spend billions and billions and billions of dollars to push agendas.
Yeah.
Those agendas quite typically are anti-straight white male. Okay? So as a straight white male, there's probably 80% of these human beings that there's nothing I can ever do or say to make them like me, agree with me, appreciate me, because they hate me for my skin color and they hate me for the fact that I'm not gay. I ain't never put on a romper. I ain't never put on no type of nail polish. I've never bowed down to any agenda, and I'm stuck on my morals and my convictions, and I'm not somebody that you can buy, and I'm not somebody. I'm somebody who's independently out here, standing on my own, and I think that there's a lot of people who don't like that above and beyond the music, to where the music I've been. It's like it's passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It's not confrontational. I'm confrontational.
Yeah.
You want to fight? Let's fight. Let's get that done. You want to have a shootout? Cool. Schedule it. Let's go in the street. It will not be my first one. Oh, I'm dead ass. Call my secretary, schedule my shootout. It will not be my first one.
The secretary.
You know what I'm saying?
Shootout.
Like in fights, it's like I've been kicked out of multiple clubs in Atlanta because I am a fucking violent person from poverty. It's my lifestyle. That's what I've been from. Like my dad was violent, my mom was violent, the people around me was violent. I grew up around drug dealers and killers, and everywhere you look, but people look at me. Oh, this a white man. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like yeah. But so, what I do is I try to ignore it as much as I can. But I am confrontational. Life did make me like hard body. So every time I step out of my house, I get into an altercation. I get into a confrontation. I get into, I almost shot a dude in what is it, Coweta County, you know what I'm saying? Just because dude had an attitude, like just for no reason, like, and the shit escalated real quick, and there was witnesses. It's like, it's like what I want for the music and for the music industry and just for the acknowledgement, and the world is so much deeper than that now. It's that's what it was about when it started, and it may have worked. But now the world is so much deeper than that.
How are your shows though, Nox? When it's time for NoxBond to hit that stage and turn that mother out, what are the songs to get the party started, man?
Anything from my catalog, because it's about the lyrics, right?
Okay.
So I did this show in Wichita where I had opened up for Webby, because I toured with Webby for a long time, right? And that's the best way that I can put it, because nobody in the crowd knew the lyrics of the songs. But the way that the song was built, the exact song was all for the money, right? And the way that the song was built, it had a pause after each punchline. The crowd caught every single punchline. So every time I said a punchline, you heard the crowd like it was a battle, but it wasn't a battle. It was a concert.
Yeah.
Right. So every time they're like, ah. So I feel like the lyrics are what make me stand apart.
Yeah.
Because if you really listen, because I'm not rapping about things that are not a part of my life.
Yeah.
I'm really talking about my life, and then. So if you realize that, and then you listen to the lyrics and you hear this crazy shit, and you be like, wait a minute, this is real though?
Yeah.
That's what I think. If everything adds together, it's almost like if Tony Soprano was a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but people don't know. Some people know because they've seen it. They've seen me go into a club or a restaurant, and everybody from the doorman to the club owner to the DJ know who I am.
Yeah.
Already respect me. You know, I go in like a politician and how are you? How are you? How are you? Because I know everybody and I have to do that. You know, shake hands. Type
Exactly.
thing. So it's complicated, man. My life.
You kind of give me off Johnny Depp. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Johnny Depp,
Okay.
man.
I'll take it.
And you know, with that being said, man, I hear you talk a lot about, you know, this violence and being this certain way and happen to be this certain way because of your upbringing. Do you think like that's gonna make it easier for you to make it through, or that's stopping you? Because man, when people are violent in this industry, man, a lot of people want to stay away from it. Do you think you holding yourself back?
Ooh, no, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right. So I was nice before I was ever violent. I was the epitome of a nice guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was the guy that you could almost walk on and take advantage of, and I still give you the shirt off my back, right? And all that happened is I got constantly taken advantage of, and nobody ever treated me any type of way respectfully. Okay, when I went and I learned martial arts, right? Because I'm a 12th rank Sihing, okay, instructor of Jeet Kune Do. Right, so I know everything Bruce Lee knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I went and I learned martial,
That means you be out here whooping ass for people that don't understand.
Yeah.
Continue.
I know every move Bruce Lee knows.
Excuse me.
Right. So I'm a 12th rank Sihing 3rd generation student of Bruce Lee. The
My
genealogy is Bruce Lee, Professor Gary Dill, Sifu Joe Hutchings, NoxBond. That is
Okay,
historical. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't scared of nobody. It's going to be real hard to put fear into my heart.
But this industry though, not.
No, hold on. I'm going to answer it for you, though, right?
Okay.
It works to my benefit.
Let's go.
Fear and intimidation work to my benefit. People are scared to death of me, and they should be, because I'm at a point where I've spent my entire fucking life on this shit, and if you don't help me, and I may fuck around and pull up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
man.
it really is to that point. There's DJs who have done little scams, and they found out firsthand that Nox is not the one you want to fucking play with.
Okay.
Come on.
There's rappers that you know and that I know that have not paid me money that they owed me until I put my fucking foot on their neck and they paid me the fucking money that they owed me. It's real.
I feel you.
It's so much deeper than the music.
Man, get that shit off your chest.
You feel
man.
like I'm just being real, man. Like in real life, I barely get along with human beings. I am a short-tempered, like violent, crazy motherfucker, and I'm mad and I'm bitter because I've spent my whole fucking life and I've spent fucking $1 million on this fucking rap shit without a return of investment, and I'm just tired. I'm deserving. I am a deserving, worthy brother who is not getting his just dues.
Yeah.
I've done more than these rappers for fucking years now, man. I went to fucking the BET Awards and South by Southwest on my own dime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a feature with you on my own dime.
Yeah.
Everything that I do is I'm just trying my hardest, and I fail, and I fail,
Let me
and
cut,
I fail.
let me cut
and
you
I'm mad.
out. Let me cut you out, man. I feel your pain, right? But I understand that don't nobody owe me anything, but I owe myself everything. And I was mad at once upon a time, you know what I'm saying? But I had to realize that can't nobody stop me or start me but me. You feel me? So we could be putting too much on other people, to where we ain't realizing we are really the ones who are in control of our destiny. You feel me? So it might seem like it ain't working, but long as you working, it's working.
Right.
It's when you stop working, that's when it stopped, because you stop. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's my advice to you, man, because I see you going somewhere that I've been and I felt like going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yesterday I felt like going there.
Yeah.
You know, I seen somebody did a interview on me, and they constantly bringing up old stuff that don't make no sense, and it's just lies and lies and lies and lies and lies. But me realizing how far I done came because of the work that I have been putting in, remind me to stay aware. Keep on going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes
That's all
you
we
got to
can do.
get out of your
That's it.
emotions and stay in your facts. What am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Long as you believe in you, you got to keep going, because everything that happened on the outside happened in the inside first. You know what I'm saying? So if
So
you
that's
believe
where I'm
in
at.
your heart and your
Yeah.
mind, keep on doing what you doing, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to pay off.
Yeah. So
Trust
imagine
me.
this. Imagine this feeling though, right? Imagine feeling that obligation to keep going even if you fail. Right? Because I've failed more times than I can count. And there's like, I committed at an early age that this is for life. So I'm fully 100% committed, whether I win or fail, whether I spend $100,000, I got to spend another 100,000 because this is for life.
Yeah.
Right. There's even when I think of an investment and I'd be like, okay, well, what else am I going to do with the money? I need to spend the money on creating a platform, because that's what it's about. Is I just want my own platform. And so, like, I got a song where I just wrote, because that's what I do. I work, right?
Yeah.
So I get up with producers. The most recent I got up with is Priority Beats, and DJ Tetris set me up. It's always one of my DJs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So DJ Tetris set me up with Priority Beats. So now I got $10,000 beats, and I'm recording music, you know, all the time. Track Addicts. Last time I came up here, Track Addicts called me because I gave my phone number, 316-771-1274.
Okay.
And then Track Addicts called me, and he started feeding me beats, right? So what I do is I work. I got a home studio. I got a home green screen. I shoot music videos in my house. I record music in my house. I do everything in my house. I just started doing game streaming with the game channel called Black Hand Gaming, right? And so I got a song called 100 Views, right? And it's like 100 views. What a fucking fail. Roll another blunt about this pound here. Take this fucking L. Isn't that funny?
Well, no, I love that.
How is it a failure if I'm rolling a blunt
Yeah.
Well, no,
about a pound?
I love that.
But I got
love
100
that.
views. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, see,
Yeah.
no, because see, I'm with you where you at. Because see, the whole time I've been processing in my mind, trying to come up with a good answer. It's grassroots digital, but you got to find a way. In order to see that return that you really want to see, Knox, you're gonna have to go one person at a time. But that's not gonna cost you that much money. That ain't gonna cost you no money. But you have to get into a situation to where those 100 views. When you say that 100 view, you know you got that. So now we got 100 views from over there. Now we got to figure out how to get another 100 views from over there. Now we got 200.
Facts.
We got to do that 10 times to get us 1,000, and we got to do it 100,000 times so we can start seeing that motion. But my thing is, the acclaim that you're looking for, man. First of all, it's inside of you.
Facts.
These folks can't give you what the hell is already inside of you. I'm one of the biggest podcasters in the South.
The biggest.
But you're not about to see me on now list.
Exactly.
Now, if I paid to get on the list, I'd be on the list. But would that change the impact that I done made, regardless of being
Not
on
at
the
all.
list or not?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the question is, it's about the work, and it's about that grassroots, building one person at a time, man. Don't go out there just throwing the money around, because this is a huge middleman game.
It's so much smoke and mirrors, man.
And you
Like,
won't. There's always something to spend some money on, man.
Yeah.
It's always something to spend some money on. You spend the money on the stuff that you see that you like.
And that you believe
If I'm a
in.
fan of Hot Boy Turk,
Yeah.
shit, I'm gonna do a damn song with Turk.
Exactly.
If I watch Be Hot TV, I'm gonna go be on Be Hot TV.
It's never a failure when you taking that approach.
But also, you're doing what you want to do with your career. You're doing the things that you seeing, and you putting yourself in the spaces that you need to be in order to succeed, because you have a point of reference to all of it. So go where the points of reference are Don't go where the gift of gab is.
Facts.
I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. Don't go there.
Right.
Go where you see folks at. So I was just talking to you earlier before we started. I was talking to one of the bloggers, and we had a conversation about this on the show the other day. LaRussell got on Twitter, and he said that the game is washed up because people are just paying the bloggers just to blast them out all over the place. So all you're seeing is what people are just blasting out. So I'm like, if you're going to spend some money, spend the money where you see everybody else's content flowing through it.
Right.
Don't spend the money where you don't see nobody else's content going through that.
Facts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because then you're just spending money.
Right.
On top of that, you got to find a way to quantify these viewers. How many of them are really coming in? You need a channel that you ain't putting no marketing on, but you're sending everybody to. And you use the other channels that you are marketing to market that channel. But that channel that you ain't spending no money on, that where them 100 views is at, we gonna see organically how fast that thing is growing.
Getting the organic from the bullshit, bro.
You got to get the organic. Like I said, when I started this channel right here, it was 2015. I had 200 subscribers. And I literally went and picked up every doggone subscriber one by one till we got to 320,000.
Facts.
It took years. So I understand how long it takes. It's going to take some time too.
Right.
But also, man, you got to enjoy that journey along the way.
Right.
Because if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you damn sure ain't going to enjoy it when you win it. When you get the acclaim and everything that you want, you're not going to enjoy it because you ain't enjoyed your way over there. Then you be like, I got it, now what?
Right. Right. Well, and that's the thing when you have your own money.
Yeah.
When you don't need
Yeah.
the money, it's different.
Exactly.
All I want is the acknowledgement. And people could never understand it because all they want is the money. So they could never understand coming from nothing and then grinding your way up to where you have the money. You have, I live in a 3,000 square foot house. Yeah. It's great. Exactly. I'm a single fucking guy who lives in a 3,000 square foot house. It's fucking great. This is 20 carats of diamonds on my wrist.
I think a lot of people try to buy acknowledgement, but deep down inside they feel it ain't authentic. So it comes to a point where I'm not about to spend my money to get you to say how great I am. As long as you keep on spending your money to get that acknowledgement, then you ain't gonna never feel it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it come organic, like you want those views to come, bro. So that's that's like buying friends when we coming up, and we the kid that nobody like, and we get our mama to go buy us all the basketballs and all that. So now and all the video
now
games.
Everybody want to be your friend.
We buying friends. We got to get out of that mentality because that gonna turn you into a killer. That gonna turn you into I want to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to fault yourself because how you start is how you finish. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you from experience because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing is this, man. You got to see what you gonna do going forward because when you come to Turk and Be High, we the underdogs. But we really the big dogs. Right. You feel me? Yeah. And we got the big dogs pissed off. You feel me? Because we ain't kissing no ass and we stay on blast, man. We keep on working. You feel me? Right. And we don't buy nothing, bro. You feel me? And most definitely we ain't about to buy respect. But guess what? They got to give it to us because we stand on morals and principles. What you believe is what count. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to remember that going forward, bro, in this game, you know what I'm saying? And just know that you more than just music. What else do you want the people to know about you other than your music? Because when a person connect to your personality, that become a reality. You see what I'm saying?
So I feel like if people like truly understood who I am, like as a person, like they would be shocked.
Let them know. They listen.
Well, I mean, you can't really. Again, like I said, the closest that I can put to it is if you could picture like a real life Tony Soprano, somebody who doesn't take any shit from anybody, who's highly respected and feared in real life. That's me. Yeah. Like and I can't. It's not. My music explains it perfectly. Because my music throughout my entire life has been a journal. So my music, it's fun. It shows you the growth from the happy, nice, good, loving, naive, gentle human being who started in this rap industry, and the killer who you see before you.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can hear it in the music, and you can see the change. And that's, basically what I want is I just want to be able to get booked and just go and perform once a week for $20,000 somewhere, and then live my life.
So what are you doing for the fans? Because that's who really run it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how are you connecting with your fans? Are you spending time with the fans and not the people in the industry? Because the fans, if they're not connecting with you, then that's where the problem lies at.
I don't have any. So
how do
there's
you
something
build
that
fans?
I'm not retaining. I have people who respect me. I have friends. I have a lot of people in the industry who look up to me. And I have people that I've done favors for that owe me favors. I'm plugged in like a motherfucking light socket, right?
Yeah.
But regular people, regular consumers have to be told what's popular.
You got to connect with them consumers.
Yeah.
Connect with me. I don't know how to connect with y'all.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the
So that's
problem.
why I'm here. I came up here.
Yeah.
I thought we was going to be talking about my story so that we could build a connection with the fans. But this is what happens in my interviews is because of the position that I'm in the music industry. We talk about business, right? But my story
so we want
is
to
incredible.
know. So we want to know your
right?
story.
Like,
that's why I got to that. So you can let the people know who you are as a person outside of the artist, where you come from, where you started at. How you start is how you gonna finish.
Right.
If they don't connect to that person first, then everything else is just out there.
It's all out there.
It's a facade.
Right.
Because they gonna see you just as, he just trying to be like the black guy.
Right. Yeah.
That's what they gonna see.
Yeah.
So
do you know how annoying that is when you're not trying to be anything though?
Yeah.
I understand.
Exactly.
Right? Like
But
y'all
we're talking
being
about this the story.
when
Come on with it.
when you're being yourself and everybody's like, oh, you're trying to be black.
Let them know where you come
okay.
from.
So it's like, well, I came from the hood, man. Like I was born in Oklahoma City, and I was the youngest of 4 children.
Yeah.
My dad had a $30,000 a year job where he worked on computers. So I had computers all around. The apartment complex that I grew up in had a gazebo out front that had bullet holes in the gazebo. I didn't have any white people around us. I'm from black neighborhoods. I'm from Oklahoma City at the time was the 5th largest growing city in the country, right? This is before they had NBA teams or anything else, so they didn't have anything to do. So it was just a lot of crime and a lot of different violence, right? Like when I was 9 years old, I was already like out at 3 o'clock in the morning breaking into cars. Damn. I smoked weed with my dad since I was 9 years old. My dad used to smoke weed with me and then pass it to me. So for me, it's like religious. He used to smoke weed with me and read the Bible, right? And so we was like hellions because we didn't have any guidance. We didn't have any rules. We didn't have any structure, and it was like my family kind of went and did their own thing while I just basically just kind of roamed the streets and like broke into cars and broke into houses. And I dropped out of school in 8th grade. So I've never been to high school a day in my life, right? Like, because it was the same thing in school. Nobody liked me. You know what I'm saying? I never got along with anybody ever in this entire life. Like,
why
everywhere,
you think the people didn't like you? Like what?
They never liked the black sheep, and the black sheep was never loved. And if they didn't like Jesus in Nazareth, how the fuck are they gonna like me?
Why do you consider yourself being a black sheep?
Because of the information and intelligence that I have, right? So it's not like a question. I took a GED pretest.
Yeah.
And I scored in the top 1 percentile of the nation on the pretest and didn't even have to take the test. So I'm one of the smartest people that is alive.
Yeah.
I'm also highly observant. And so I see everything and I'm analytical. So when I see stuff, I figure it out and I'm very confrontational. So I call it out, right? So I'm the guy that, hey man, I'm gonna point it out. Even if there's 50 people in the room that all think the same thing and it's unpopular as hell, I'm gonna be the guy like, hey, that's wrong information, right?
That's right.
So and I was always like growing up, I was always an outcast. I was always a nerd. I never had like social proclivities. I was always just, like I said, it was me and a family of 4. They was all doing their own thing, right? So like picture me at like 11 years old, and I have a nervous breakdown in school.
Damn.
At
Right
11.
at 11 years old, they had to call my dad in, who worked at that school because he worked on Putnam City schools in the school district as a computer technician.
Yeah.
Right, and so they had to call my dad in because his son was in an eggshell, rocking back and forth at 11 years old because I was bullied so much because people used to pick on me so much because I don't know why. I don't know why people don't like me. I mean, I can name thousands of people who strongly don't like me, but it's always been there. And it's all, so it's there. I've never had friends.
Well, see, Nox, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, sir. You don't give off a "don't like me" vibe because I didn't have no issue when Turk was saying Nox is coming in. I'm like, I know Nox.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't have a. What do you mean Nox coming in?
Yeah.
I was like, I know Nox. Bring what's going on with Nox. So I think it's inside your
interviewed
head,
Nox
man.
before.
I said Nox has been on the show before. I know Nox.
Right.
It's inside your head, man.
Well, I could show you 20,000 comments to prove otherwise.
That's the
Oh
thing.
no, he could show you 20,000 comments
I
to
can show
prove
you
you otherwise.
a million.
Okay.
So that's the thing. See, we have to
Shit.
know who we are as people, bro.
Come on, man.
Right.
You can't
Fuck them
let
comments.
the comments dictate how we rotate.
Right.
You gonna
Oh.
drive yourself crazy. Cause
I already did.
The validation that you seeking is from people who ain't never even peak where you peaking.
Exactly.
Right.
They can't even do what you do.
Right.
They can't get a Hot Boy Turk verse.
Right.
Come on.
Chorus.
Right.
They can't get a Beehive interview.
Come on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You doing things that they can't do.
Right.
So people who criticize you from doing good want to be doing better than you, and they can't, bro.
So you're just jealous.
You cannot jealous and envy what Jesus did. You just talked about it. You damn near look like him on
Right.
the picture that
Right.
they got. Right.
Right. You know what I mean?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, he's my cousin.
Jesus with goals in
Yeah.
his mouth. You
Come
feel
on.
me?
Yeah.
I'm
Come on.
just saying.
Yeah.
But ever since I met you, bro, you kind of you been cool. You feel
Right,
me?
right.
And
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
you
got
gotta
that
go
vibe
off
out for you.
of that. Go off of the energy where you know you who you are, bro.
Right.
You feel me? So the people that's out there, man, what do you want them to know about you? Fuck the comments.
Right.
You got to let them know what you want them to know about you and keep that connection going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I just
Communicate
want them
with it.
I just want them to see something new. Right? And so this is something new. This is something where whatever stereotypes you had about white people, you could throw them out the window, right?
Facts.
Like I got seasoning in my food.
But see,
you know what
I
I'm
hate
saying?
to cut
Like,
you off, Nox, but what I love about your story is the stuff that you poured out of your heart just doing the conversation. It kind of breaks all color barriers,
Exactly.
especially in hip hop,
Right.
because the stuff that you're saying that you're going through is what everybody's going through.
We all going through the
It
same
ain't just
shit.
you. So every other rapper that I know that's been trying to make it from the bottom to the top,
The same thing.
the same frustrations that you have,
right.
all of them have too.
Exactly.
But to
So
see
y'all
it coming
feel
out of
me.
your face, oh, they
I'm
feel
telling you I'm an artist.
You a fucking
I'm
super
Hot Boy
celebrity.
Turk.
It's
See,
like
y'all
fucking-
say that, he say that, but
Yeah.
I don't be
You don't
feeling
feel
like
that way.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let nobody make me feel no other way that I not
Exactly.
gonna feel.
Right.
You feel me? So
Right.
I ain't gonna feel like I'm not worthy.
Right.
You
Exactly.
feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue to do just like he was telling you to keep doing what I love to do.
Right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
And fuck who don't love it
With
or
or
like
without the
it, bro.
acknowledgement.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't look for acknowledgement, bro,
Yeah.
because you're looking for it. The devil knows you're looking for it. You'll never get it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
that's
what?
That's
For real.
That's a bar.
Yeah,
That's a bar right
You'll
there.
never get it.
And it's the only thing I've always been looking for.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
always
man.
my whole
You-
life.
you-
is just,
you-
Right
It's
now,
a
you
sign.
being acknowledged, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're on a
Exactly.
platform, bro.
Right.
Well, can't know anybody come on this platform. This is not a
Ain't happening.
let's step in,
Come on.
you know, behind
Come on.
office. Like
Yeah.
this,
'Cause
you,
I don't
you
play
see
that
what's going
shit.
on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's
you
very
got to be
exclusive.
Come on.
somebody with something going on to be able to step on this platform, bro.
Right, I
You
agree.
feel me? And
Yeah.
we got nothing but the utmost respect for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why you here.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
we
I'm saying?
respect
Yeah.
your mind too of what you've been able to do on the digital side of things too, because that's what I kind of wanted to get into as well.
Right,
When
right.
you were talking about the syndication and
Yeah.
the DJs and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? And then in the same breath, Do you feel like it's beneficial to the NoxBond brand at the same time having that creative control over that situation, man? And how are you using it for yourself?
So, Next Level was created for me.
Yeah.
Next Level was created for me as an artist.
Yeah.
To be able to connect with the DJs, go on the platforms, get on the mixtapes and things like that. As far as how it's going, better than I could have ever imagined. You know, we got people like Ferrari Simmons.
Yeah, I know Rari.
And DJ Plug.
What up, though, Plug?
You know, C Blends.
Yeah.
Mally Mal.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got a lot of radio DJs that are now part of the network. And so that leads to bigger events. And I actually went and did an interview at The Beat with Ferrari.
Yeah.
Based on that. That's another thing. It's kind of like this. Like, you can't buy that. That's not for sale. You can't just go up there and do an interview, right? So that right there alone is worth the effort of building the coalition. And that's just one person, right? So I think it was the smartest thing I ever did. I think I understood early that this is a business.
Yeah.
But as I go through it, I learned that there's actually two things. I'm gonna give y'all some like, y'all want to get into the business, right? So there's the business and there's the industry. Yeah. And I've never heard anybody really break it down correctly, right? But I've never heard anybody break down copyrights, and they're basic. And I'm like, I look over here like, did y'all know Sparta doesn't copyright their music? Anyway, listen. So, and I can say that because I had a song distributed by Sparta with Trina, that there was no paperwork, there was no clearance, there was no copyright. How did that get distributed?
Exactly.
Right? So, all right. So basically, you got the business and you got the industry.
Yeah.
All right. The industry is real. It is where they can take somebody who is a nobody, and because he's somebody's cousin, they can sign him to a multi-million-dollar record deal.
Yeah.
And then he can be a celebrity. She can be a celebrity in 6 months and be one of the biggest people in the world. And I know multiple people that it's happened to. One of the coolest stories that's on record is my friend Aton Ben Horn and Coi Leray. Yeah. So Coi Leray was in a position in her career where she was kind of at, okay, this is probably where it's going to get as big as it's going to get. Yeah. She got on an airplane, and I heard this from Aton in an interview, right? Aton Ben Horn is the VP of A&R for Atlantic. Yeah. She got on an airplane, didn't know who he was, and helped him put his baggage up. That got her record deal directly from Aton's lips. Yeah. They sit down off of that, had a conversation, built up, and that is what made her a millionaire and got her signed to Atlantic Records, right? So these relationships are so crucial. That's what the industry runs off of, right? I have a lot of those. Yeah. I have a lot of relationships in the industry with people like my brother Kingpin, right? That it's so much deeper than music, right? Like Trill Will, so much deeper than music could ever be, right? Like if we don't ever make a song again, we'll always be brothers. We are going to make plenty of songs, right? But it's so much deeper than that, right? And then you have the business. All right. So here's what I've learned in my experience is that there is an age limit, okay, for the favor signing. Not just to get famous, but to get in through that door of going from nothing to somebody because you got signed and blew up overnight. There is an age limit. I found that the hard age limit is 24. Yeah. Right. So beyond the age of 24, you have two choices. You can kill everybody's hope, or you can keep everybody's hope alive and create an ecosystem. Exactly. So the music business is the ecosystem that can't ultimately do anything for anybody, but keep their hope alive. And so they're willing to take anybody's money. Yeah. You can do some of the things that you see some of the major label artists do, but it stops. There's a stopping point. There's a ceiling. If I call Lyrical Lemonade and say, hey, bro, please, can I get a music video? No. If I call Complex Magazine, please, will y'all do an interview? No. Called Fox 5 Atlanta, couldn't even get a hold of somebody. So there's a ceiling of independence where the reason there's a ceiling is because those infrastructures are the property of other people. And we're not entitled to them They're owned by people that use them for their benefit. So they don't want you to use them blatantly, right? Like I said, there's certain things that the answer is just a no. It is a strong, emphatic no. There, you are no longer at a negotiating table. There is no longer anything to buy. There's no favors to do. There's nothing you can do. You were not born in the correct family and have the correct connections. And the answer is no. And it's a resounding no.
I'd have been there.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is extremely frustrating. But the music business is where they just keep hope alive, right? So you can get on a mixtape and you can go do an interview and you can go perform somewhere and you can, and most people never realize there's a ceiling, right?
Well, we gonna give it to you right now.
Yeah.
I salute you, Knox.
Hey, that mean a lot.
And we gonna keep that sucker shit away from us.
Keep that sucker
real,
shit
you
away.
heard me? Yeah, and we got that video out. So during that video, where can people find that video and where can people find your music at going forward?
So I'm a little bit more old school because I have a website, right? Like people don't even have websites anymore. Like that's important. You got to have that focus point to where they can get your merch, your concert tickets, download your music, stream your music.
That's right.
So you don't have to go to Spotify. You can, right? But you can go to NoxBondWorld.com.
Yeah.
You can download the music, stream the music. You can go to RealLifeMusicLLC.com. We ain't even got into the fact that I own 100 record labels.
You
Yeah,
too
you
independent.
doing too much.
You
No, we
own
gonna
too
finish
much.
this one
He
out there. We
own
gonna
too
out
much
the camera.
shit.
We ain't gonna give up the whole.
Yeah, he
game.
own too much shit, man.
I own 100 record labels.
Exactly,
Right?
but see, you still have to. You still got to play the game.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, nah.
You still got to walk down the street. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
street is still a public street.
Cause you
gotta-
pissing some people off, Knox. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and
keep
then
it
that-
real.
Oh, I'm
that-
pissing off. What I'm pissing,
Man,
who
you
I'm
pissing
off?
off a lot of motherfucking people, man. Cause when
Well,
I'm gonna
he's
keep it
isolating
real.
himself. He's
Yeah,
isolating
yeah,
himself,
'cause
and
when
that's
you-
why you can't reach the people that you need to reach because you done
Exactly.
isolate. If everybody's on goddamn YouTube, Spotify, and Pandora, you talking about some come to NoxBond.com,
Yeah.
Right.
then you done isolated yourself from all of the major platforms,
Yeah,
brother.
you gotta blend
Right.
in sometimes.
Well, I'm on
you know.
all of them too. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like,
But
the
you
goal
can't-
is to move the traffic.
Okay,
But you
yeah,
don't
as
want
long
to
as you got all
diss
them licks.
them. I know who and who not to offend in this business. You feel me?
Yes.
Not saying you got to
Yes.
be on no sucker shit or none of that. But sometimes our mouth and our attitude determines our altitude.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to like understand that this is a business and it's not the streets.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And you have to treat it as such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you have to, I want to say this, but I can't say it right now. I'm going to wait till I get outside to say it.
Right.
You have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. That's how they say it, I believe.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, bro, I've been there. And I didn't spoke my mind. I had this saying, telling the truth, not hating.
Yep.
Sometimes telling the truth can get you cut out a lot of things. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm realizing
So are
that.
you willing to stand your ground on being able to tell the truth and stand on it? Then keep on doing it. But sometimes you have to like fall back. And
I'm learning
timing
when
is
not to.
everything. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Just timing is everything. I ain't saying be no sucker. Timing is everything.
So this is kind of my message to the industry and to the power players, because I know it's a lot of power players. I want to play ball. The only reason that I built my own court is because y'all didn't play ball with me.
He said, I want to play ball.
I want to play ball, fam. I really do. I want to be a part of the system. If I'm not a part of the system, I'm gonna tear that motherfucker down. But I want to be a part of the system.
That right there. That right there, Knox. He ain't listening to nothing I
No, we
just
gonna let
said.
Knox do what he do because we got to do what we
So
do.
threats don't work. Okay, so
Yeah.
How can they contact you,
For
Knox?
facts. For facts, Knox.
No.
316-771-1274, NoxBondWorld.com, RealLifeMusicLLC.com, NextLevelDJCoalition.com, NoxBond Instagram.
What is it that you want your fans to know and take from this full interview as well? At the end of this, when this thing go to commercial, what do you want your people to know? And new people to know too.
That there's somebody out here that's real, that's authentic, that's not an image, that's not because I think a lot of these rappers, they have a persona and it's like a cartoon image and it's so much more entertaining when it's real. it's so much more entertaining when the stories behind, like, I want these people to understand that, like, if you go around Atlanta and you ask about me, I'm already a legend. So like these stories and the people that I meet and the things that happen, even the confrontations and the violent situations, like, this shit is legendary, guys. Like, I'm really, like, the genealogy, like, Jesus is my third cousin 10 times removed. And that's on genie.com, right? And like, Moses is my 141st grandfather. And we have the paperwork, we have the pedigree to prove it. So I just want y'all to understand, because it's so oversaturated. There are so many rappers and so many singers and so many actors and so many people that this is different. I was forged in the flames. I've been through a hell that people couldn't imagine, and that's the reason that I have this hard exterior, is because the world made me that way. But I'm really a good guy. I'm nice. I'm loving. I don't want no problems with nobody. I respond to perceive disrespect. That's what happens, is I perceive disrespect and I respond. But I don't have any negative intentions or anything that's like maleficent, anything where it's like I wish harm. Again, music industry, all I want is a record deal. I know people don't want that anymore, right? Like, they don't even want a record deal. So I ain't even got a lot of competition. I just want to give me $2 million, give me a 5-album deal. I'll make your 5 albums and send me on tour. And I just want to tour. That's all you know what I'm saying? I got money. It's not about the money. It's about your lifestyle, right? You go out with Juvenile and do sold out arenas where it's lights. Is that not the best feeling in the world, man?
Yeah. But the thing is this, you got to keep on working, bro. I was counted out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I kept working, and I keep working. You never stop working.
And I'm going to end it with this, though, too, because it always, what he said sounds cliche, but it's the damn truth.
It's facts.
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
So what I tell folks is, I determine my attitude.
Right.
God determines my altitude.
Yes.
Facts.
And I'm done with it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's facts.
And
that's why I say I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yes, sir.
I'm not confused about where I am in my life.
That's right.
I am blessed. I don't know how I have the life that I have it.
Come on.
And if I would have met the kid me, and I would have been like, hey, bro,
it's about to go
ignore
down.
this trailer, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Just ignore this apartment, ignore this trailer, ignore the tape around your glasses. You finna have everything
Keep going.
that you could ever want. You finna
That's
smoke
right.
a half a pound a
That's
month.
right.
And you ain't even gotta count it.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So it's like I said, I feel a personal level outside of the music industry. I'm successful as a motherfucker. I know I'm successful, and I'm
we
blessed.
gonna salute you
and
for
I'm
that.
highly favored.
And we thank you.
I thank God.
Yeah.
I thank God, because God is who put me in position.
Yeah.
And I work directly for God, right?
That's right.
So like, God puts it in my mind and he shows me what to do, and then I do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have vision, I don't have forecast. I have these little calls to action that are like, hey, you work for me, don't forget, you got to do this, and then I go do that, right? Like, tomorrow I'm going to read to children at a school with the Beat ATL and Ferrari Simmons. I'm doing that to read to children, to give them something, to give them a positive influence and a positive role model.
That's right.
And you know what I'm saying? So I just try to do as much good and put as much positivity in the universe as I can.
And we appreciate you, man.
Keep doing
Be High Radio,
what you
shouted.
doing.
Original High Boy Turk.
Facts.
NoxBond. We gone.
Yeah.